What's up, everybody? It's Jay LaValle, Joe Wrestling, back to provide you the Women's Olympic Freestyle Wrestling preview. I'm super excited about this one because I really dove in and researched every single weight class, every athlete, and that's more exposure that I've ever had to women's wrestling in my life. And I am super impressed by some of these athletes that are in here. I mean, all of these athletes actually. And I would say on paper, at least, all these weight classes, 6 weight classes, 16 athletes, every single one of these athletes has been near or at the top for a long time. There's some young talent as well, but you have all of the heavy hitters in here. And I'm super impressed at every one of these weight classes. And none of these are going to be easy at all. And so I'm going to dive right in. Again, there's 6 weight classes, 16 athletes. The 6 athletes qualified by virtue of the 2019 World Championships. The top 6 from that event qualified for the Olympics. The other 10 qualified through their continental qualifier, as well as one last chance qualifier. And in addition to that, there are 4 athletes that have been seeded based on ranking points that they accumulated through specific events that they attended. And again, I don't necessarily agree with the ranking series to seed. I mean, you can always have ranking points for certain, but not for seeding. Participation points should not be used for seeding purposes. And there'll be some examples here where that process is exposed and it doesn't work. So, but for the most part, I would say the seeds are fairly done well because these athletes took the time to go to these events. Not all athletes go to these events, obviously, and that's why sometimes the seeds are a little bit head scratchers, but we'll go through. So starting off here, 50 kilograms, and I would say this is one of, well, I'd say all of them are hard, but on paper, this one stands out to me right away, primarily because the number 1 seed, Maria Stadnik from Azerbaijan, she is in there, and she is a world champion from 2019, and she's also world champion from 2009. She is the number 1 seed. She is going in here with 3 Olympic medals. She's got a bronze, and I believe she has 2 silver medals. And so obviously she's trying to cement her name in history to gain another medal, her 4th medal. But it's not going to be easy for her because, the other names that stand, let me go through the seeds first. The number 2 seed is Amelia Vuk. She is from Romania, and she has a silver medal from the 2019 World Championships, losing to Stadnik in the finals. The number 3 seed is from Ukraine, Oksana Livak, and she's the 2018 World Bronze medalist. And she also just won the European Senior Championships. And the 4th seed is from Kazakhstan, Valentina Ismailov-Brick, 2019 World Bronze medalist as well. So there's your top 4 seeds. The other names that stand out here, and to me right away, is Sarah Hildebrandt from the United States. She won a world silver medal in 2018. She did that at 53 kilograms. So she dropped down. And in my opinion, that gives her and the United States an amazing opportunity to win more medals. So amazing that she did that. She went down. I have her in the mix to medal here. And the other name that stands out to me is one of the hometown favorites from Japan, Yu Sasaki. She's a 2-time world champion, 2017, 2018. She lost to her teammate Yuki Airi, and I actually have that on video. My friend filmed that wrestle off from 2019. But she's obviously the hometown favorite. On paper, I think she has a lot of hype and media around her, but on paper, I think she has some of the most momentum going into this. She also had an excellent Asian, because she didn't qualify through the 2019 World Championship. She had an excellent Asian Olympic qualifier, continental qualifier, and she just looked amazing there. So those are my three leaders: Hildebrand, Suzaki, and Stadnik. Um, and I should say Stadnik, I believe she actually wrestled for the Ukraine at one point. But the number 3 seed is Osana Levak from the Ukraine. I'm pulling her into that medal contention talk. Um, we are actually Facebook friends, and I do talk to her, and I see her training really hard. She's super impressive, her technique. And so I'm throwing her in the mix. Now, obviously, there's some other well-deserving athletes in here. Another world champion that's in this. She was a world champion in 2013, though, from China, Sun Yanan. And in Russia also has she a 2-time world silver medalist, and her name is Starvila Orshvish. So there's a lot going on here in this weight class. I'm excited. I'm excited for this one. My overall pick, I'm gonna have to go with Stadnik. Stadnik, I think, is going to upset everybody. I wouldn't say upset, but I think she's gonna cement her name in history here. And because Hildebrand and Suzaki are unseeded, it makes it very uncertain where they're going to fall into this bracket until the draws come out. But I believe because Stadnik is on top, she's not going to let go of that one. So that's where I'm standing on that weight class. 53 kilograms. So 53 kilograms. The 2019 world champion from North Korea is not in this field. North Korea has decided not to attend the Olympic Games, I believe primarily due to COVID. I don't know the whole story, but that has occurred, and it caused the 2017 7th place finisher, one of them at least, there's two, to get pulled into the Olympic Games, which is pretty neat that they got pulled into the games. She is actually seeded, believe it or not, because she has accumulated ranking points, and so she's seeded number 3. She's from Ecuador, believe it or not. Her name is Luisa Valverde. But let me go down through the seeds again. Number 1 seed from India is Vinesh. She is Vinesh Phogat from India. She scored the most points at the ranking series, and she does not have any medals, senior world medals. So this is an example of, participation taking over credentials and head-to-head match that I don't necessarily agree with. The number 2 seed from Japan, Mayu Makmada. She was a 2-time world champion. Japan is just, their credentials are loaded. But she was upset in the 2019 World Championships finals by the North Korean, who obviously won't be there. So she is one to talk about. 3rd seed I talked about, Valverde, and the 4th seed is from China, Kyungyu Pang. Pang was a 2019 world bronze medalist, and she is going to be in the mix. Now, out of those 4 seeds, I do have Makuda and Pang as medaling, and then I also have unseeded Jakari Winchester. I have a strong belief that she is going to medal. She's unseeded, obviously, but that doesn't mean that she should be eliminated from the discussion here. She's obviously well decorated, and she's a 2019 world champion. And that was, I believe, at 55 kilos. So she's coming down to 53 kilos. I really like the way she competes. She's tenacious and she's strong and fast. So I'm excited to see her in the mix. And the other, um, I'm picking four. The other athlete that I see coming away here with a medal is from Mongolia, Bolatuya Bat Ochor. She has a world bronze medalist at 2000 in the 2019 World Championships, and that is it. Now, I am I am taking Winchester to win the gold medal here. I'm excited to see her, um, you know, follow up Hildebrandt's performance. Actually, let me see when this is going. August 4th. So she's towards the end. She's actually going to be before Hildebrandt. Now, some of these weight classes are staggered throughout the week. In fact, tomorrow is when 76 kilograms, women's 76 kilograms competes. So I don't know how they set the schedule up, but they put that one first, even though it's the I don't want to say the last weight class, but the biggest weight class for women's. We'll get to that one. That one's super excited as well. All right, here we go. This one, this one I'm excited about because primarily Helen Maroulis, defending Olympic champion from Maryland, somebody I got to briefly work with on the Maryland national team. And it's just been an amazing ride to watch her grow and watch her perform. I think her story is amazing. She's overcome a lot in her career. She had a lot of defeats really early on, and she just kept chipping away. And, that's hard to teach. You cannot teach that. And so she has been around for a really long time. She is obviously my pick to win this weight class. However, obviously, it's not going to be easy. In fact, it's almost, I have 3 of the top 4 seeds. This is one of the weight classes where the seeding criteria actually on paper could actually work out in reality. But because Maroulis is not seeded, I had to pluck somebody out. And let's go through these. So Rizako Kawai from Japan, she's the #1 seed. She is a 2019 world champion, and she has a 2017 world gold and a 2018 world gold. So she's done this for the last 3 or 4 years. She has been at the top, and Helen's gone through some injuries at that time, so I don't believe they've ever met. And Helen obviously, Helen defeated Yoshida in the Olympic final. I mean, Yoshida was going for like her 4th Olympic gold, I believe, and Helen knocked her off. So Helen's not unfamiliar with those type of scenarios, and I'm super excited. So we have Kawai there, the 2 seed, who actually beat Helen at where did she beat her? It was in Europe, I believe. But she is from Nigeria. Nigeria is super impressive. They have athletes that are well prepared, ready to go, and they're just tough. Like, they're mean and they're tough. And I'm excited to see Ariongo Adeokuyo. So she is in the mix. She's seeded #2, and so it's going to play out Kawai on one side, Adeokuyo on the other side. From Belarus, Irina Kachukina. She is seeded #3, so she will be on the same side as Adeokuyo. And #4 seed from China, Ningnong Rong. She is a 2019 world silver medalist. She gave Kawai a scare in the 2019 World Championships. She lost by a few points. But, this weight class is loaded. And, you know, the storyline here obviously is Kauai. I think Helen is, you know, obviously in that mix, and the Nigerian Ariokio, because she beat Helen. This is there's just a lot around this to unpack, and you know I'm excited about it. So that is 57 kilograms. Now, obviously, there's more athletes in here. I have had the opportunity to look through, you know, see what their credentials are. I'm just not familiar enough to talk about them like I was with the men's freestyle. If I see somebody that really stands out, I'm obviously going to mention them. All right, so you know we're halfway through here, and here's another weight class where where three of the top four seeds that I have picked medaling sort of work out here. And in fact, it could potentially work out where all four, this is one of the weight classes where it could potentially work out where all four of the top seeds take home a medal. All right, another tough weight class, 62 kilograms. Top four seeds, number one seed from Kyrgyzstan. This one's going to be tough. This name's going to be tough. Tynbekova. She's the number one seed. She's a 2019 world champion. She has, let me see, this will be her third Olympic Games. She has not medaled, so I do have her favored as winning the gold medal. She's the number one seed. She's not going to give that up. She's never medaled, but it's her fourth Olympic Games. So I don't believe she's going to let this one go. She's going to take home a medal. Number two seed from Bulgaria, Tabi Mustafa Hussein. She's a 2018 world champion and has 3 silver medals dating all the way back from 2012. The number 3 seed, this is Kauai's, I believe it's her younger sister, Yukako Kawai from Japan. She's the 2018 world silver medals and the 2019 world bronze. And she's going to be in the mix. The 4th seed from the United States is Kayla Miracle. She was the 2000. Now, she has not won a medal. She won a silver. I believe she won a silver or gold medal at the age group championships. I thought she was a senior world medalist. She is not a senior world medalist. However, she has obviously been around for a while on the age group circuit, and now is just coming on strong at the senior level circuit. She is seeded number 4. So that is why these top 4 ladies, 4 top 4 seeded ladies, really have a good chance to really see that through and all medal. I do believe though that there's a few other athletes in here. From Mongolia, Maroulis-UNITED STATES. She won a silver medal at the World Olympic Qualifier, and she is really tough. You know, her neutral offense is very different. She's a lot of snap downs. However, she's one of the few women that I see when they get on top, they're working for their turn, and she actually does an inside bar series, believe it, like a folk style type series. I'm actually friends with her, and I've talked a lot to her about that, and she's just picked it up from watching. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. She had 2 come from behind victories at the Asian Olympic qualifier, and I believe she was losing by like 6 points in both of those bouts. So she is dangerous. She gets on top, she's dangerous. And then let's see here. Other world champions in here. We have from Hungary, Mariana Sastin. She is going to be in the mix. And then I believe there's one more. Who is it? Well, from Sweden, Henna Johansson. She's a two-time world bronze medalist. Um, Again, these ladies are unseeded. The top four have the greatest opportunity, in my opinion, of taking home a medal. And then I'm throwing in Bolituya in there just because she is super dangerous. And I see this one playing out the closest on paper. We'll see though. All right. The last two weight classes here. Super intense. There's a lot of high-powered athletes in both of these weight classes, and you could talk all day about these young ladies and their accomplishments. But 68 kilograms, Tamaya Mensah, two-time world champion. No, I'm sorry, one-time world champion, world bronze medalist in 2018. Why did I think she was a two-timer? She is heading in, and she has a lot of momentum coming into this. I really do believe she is going to take home a gold medal here. But again, this weight class is stacked. Number 2 seed, she is from Nigeria. Her name is Blessing Rubduya, and she qualified through the African Oceania Olympic qualifier, but she's a 3-time Olympian. She doesn't have any senior level, I don't think, senior world medals, but she's tough. Like I said, the Nigerian women contingency and delegate, they're very, very tough. They wrestle mean and they get in your face. And that's not to say that the other athletes don't wrestle mean and get in your face either, but it's more noticeable with them, I believe. And that does a lot. That does a lot to you psychologically. And so she's going to be in the mix. The 3rd seed, she is from France, Comba Laroque. And she seems to have been around for a while. She's won the 2018 World Silver Medal, 2017 World Bronze Medal. So she's in the mix. And then the 4th seed from Germany is Anna Carmen Schell. She's a 2019 World Bronze Medalist. And that's the top 4 seeds. The other athlete that I have here as medaling is from Japan, Sarah Doshu. Now, she did lose to Shell, but because this is in Japan, this is not one of Japan's stronger teams on paper. But I do believe they have their young athletes prepared and ready to go. Doshu, though, was a 2016 Rio Olympic gold medalist. She's unseeded. She also won the 2017 world title in Paris. So that is why I'm not the 4th seed. Shell, I don't have her winning a medal. It's very possible. You don't know where Doshu is going to end up in this bracket, but I think it's going to come down to Mensah and Doshu, and I see Mensah taking this one to the United States. I'm talking about the American women, and I haven't mentioned they're from the United States because I am in the United States. But Sarah Hildebrandt, Helen Maroulis, Tamaya Mensah, Jakara Winchester, Kayla Miracle, they are from the United States. Proud to watch them wrestle and watch them compete. And here we go. This last weight class, super competitive again. And I think this one's by far the most star-studded power field, and it is going to be competed tomorrow. In fact, they are doing the draws today, and I'm not sure if they're out because of the time. It would be, well, they may be out now. I don't know. I didn't look. But here we go. Adeline Gray from the United States of America, 5-time world champion. She qualified for the Rio Olympics, did not place. However, she's coming in here with a lot of momentum. I am taking her for the gold medal here before, even before I get into the analysis of the rest of the weight class. I'm taking her to take home a gold medal. And, I think that's 1, 2, 3. I think that's 3 gold medals I have for the American women taking home. And that would be monumental. I don't know what the most gold medals is for women's wrestling in one Olympic year, but I would imagine that would be up there, and that would be a huge success. And I have almost everybody medaling from the United States, and it's going to start with Adeline. She is a fearless leader. I believe she just moved out to Oregon State to train and coach and help develop wrestling out on the West Coast up there in Oregon. But like all the other weight classes, none of these are give-me's. On the other side of the bracket, seated number 2 from Germany is Aline Rotter-Falken. Falken won a world gold medal in 2014. She was an Olympian in 2016, but also did not place like Gray. So she's going to be in the mix. Number 3 seed from Japan, Hiro Suzaki. Now, obviously, she is trying to bring home a medal for her home country. She's a 3-time world medalist, and Adeline beat her in the 2019 World Championship finals. But she does have 2 world bronze medals. And the 4th seed from Kazakhstan, Almira Saidokova. She is the Olympic bronze medalist from 2016. And those are your top 4 seeds. I have Falken and Gray medaling. I have Gray winning it, but we also have in the mix the 2012 Olympic champion, the 2016 Olympic finalist, and she is back. She's from Russia, Natalia Vorbeva. She is ready to go. She's 37 years old, but I believe, experience goes a long way, especially if you've already been at the highest level, the Olympic level, and you've taken home, well, she's been in 2 finals. I believe she's going to get it done again and take home a medal. And then the 2016, now she lost. She was obviously looking to defend her 2012 London title. She lost to this woman, who I also believe is going to medal here in 76 kilos, Erica Weevil from Canada. She's been around for a long time. She won the 2016 Rio Olympics. She has a lot of history with Adeline Gray. I don't know what the stat line is there, but I just think Adeline, it's not just Adeline. It's this entire women's squad. It's the culture that I see with this squad, with Terry Steiner and the coaching staff, and the way these women conduct themselves. It's amazing. And I really sometimes wish, I just actually had this conversation with somebody. I really wish, the men's Greco and the men's freestyle teams, and not to say that they're not, many athletes they're great athletes and they're great people, but I just think that the team atmosphere surrounding the American women, especially this year, is just on another level. And that is what sometimes is contagious in winning, and why you have so many star-studded athletes together, and why they're able to believe they can do it. And so that's this is going to be interesting to watch. Again, 76 kilos is going to compete tomorrow. July 31st. That's Saturday. And I'm excited. You know, we've all been waiting for this. It's been shrouded with COVID and, you know, Russia and their drug scandal. But we're finally here. We can forget about all that stuff and just focus on the athletes and all their hard work and watch them come out victorious. And obviously there's going to be the heartbreak, and a lot of some of these victories are going to be bittersweet. But, you know, at the end of the day, all these athletes are here for one common reason. They love their sport. They're high athletes and competitors, and they just want to win. And I think, you know, wrestling's the greatest sport in the world. And I think everybody should have the opportunity to wrestle, including young women, young men, and they should go out there and learn the values that you can obtain and acquire through wrestling. So that's my preview for the women. I apologize that it is not as in-depth as, you know, the men's freestyle. Obviously, men's freestyle, again, is the style that I'm most exposed to. But again, after researching and seeing all these women and their accomplishments and what they're capable of, you know, women should not have less coverage than men. They really should not. And so I'm going to, you know, moving forward, I'm going to push. Not that I haven't pushed, I've always pushed for women's wrestling, but I am going to make it a point to push even more. So hope you guys have a great day and enjoyed all three previews. I'll link them all together so you have them. And I will catch you guys very, very soon.